All right, welcome everyone to TechZone Academy. This Coach Winda Kingsley, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to register a domain name and hosting using Truehost. Okay, the first time you visit a hosting or a registrar, the first thing you need to check is the availability of a domain name. Okay, for the course of this training, I'm going to check TechSky. Okay, TCH techsky.com. Let me check. Okay, TechSkylight, sorry. TechSkylight.com. Let me check whether this domain name is still available or not. Okay, but there's a website also that you need to use in checking all these things. namecheck.arrow.com. Now, what this website does is that it spans throughout the whole internet to check where a brand name has been used or not. For instance, I want my branding to be unique for my brand in all the social medias. It's quite difficult, but you can get something that is close to it. Okay, let me use that thing now. TechSkylight. Let me see where it has been used on the internet and where it has not been used. Okay, all right. It's loading. It has been used on .com, but it's available on Slack. It's not available on Facebook. It's not available on Twitter. Wow. So okay, let me just add something. Maybe let me tweet it. Let me say TA. TA. Skylight TA. Let me see. Test Skylight TA. Oh, it is available for me in .com, but still not available on Facebook, but I can still manage it. So let me go back to my Truehost. Oh, it's still the same information. TechSkylight.com is not available. But based on the information I got from Namecheck Arrow, the Skylight 80 will be available. Wow, congratulations, is available. And because it's .com is 1,000, if it was .com.ng, it would have been 1,200. .com is the most popular domain extension that is widely used. Okay, let me click on checkout. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a hosting to it. And one thing about the domain name is that you will always need to buy every month. You always need to buy it every year, because if you don't pay money for your host and for your domain name every year, they will remove it from the domain registrar. All right, let me add a web hosting. Now we have different kinds of web hosting: Truehost server, Truehost Gold. I will go for this Truehost server and the silver hosting, 600 naira per month. Let me go for this one since I'm doing a personal host website. Just click on it. Now let me just input the same information I inputted. Skylight, TechSkylight 80.com is also available. If I had a domain name already in another domain platform, and maybe the hosting company was not hosting my website well, or they were not giving me the best service I needed, I can transfer the hosting and the domain name from here and host it on another hosting platform. Okay. And secondly, if I was hosting a domain name here and the hosting has expired, I can still use the same process to rehost again. It's actually available. Now let me continue. It's a very simple step to take. All right, how do I want it to come? Is it monthly or yearly? I would prefer monthly. I would prefer yearly. All right. now to 7. All right, let me just click on it. I'll save 20%. All right, now techskylight80.com is the domain name and now has a hosting. Now, what I did first is that I checked for the domain availability. Then I now bought a hosting and now added the domain name to the hosting. The next thing I'm going to do now is to go for checkout. Remember, first check for the domain name availability. Once it's available, you look for a hosting, then you add the domain name to the hosting. That's very simple. In all kinds of web hosting platform, it's the same process. Now, all these free stuffs are actually free on the cPanel too, the control panel that your Steam platform will provide for us. You can click from here, you can just go to checkout too. Now, when you go to checkout, you will need to input your informations. Reason being that there is what is called whois informations. A whois information is an information where everybody on the internet can access or see the information about who someone is and where the person stays, the information about anybody that bought any domain name on the internet. So you need to input all this information. If you go to whois.com, you will see the informations of anybody that bought a domain name or hosting. So you just need to input all these informations. Okay, these are my information. Just see it, input it, and you are good to go. You can input your password and just copy it too. Let me just copy it. Let me just paste it here. Alright, let me just leave it that way. Now, please choose your preferred method of payment. I'm not actually going to buy this domain. I'm just using it for the training sake. Just Visa, ACM, or use the bank deposit or PayPal. I prefer you use this one. USD so you can transfer with your mobile. You can add any additional information if you want. Just add click on agree to terms and conditions. Now it says please correct the following. A user already exists with the email address. That's the reason why it's not showing I'm the user actually, and I've used this information already. So that is why it's having an issue. But let me see, already registered. So let me just click on the terms and condition again. If you are the one, they will not show you that because that will be the first time you'll be registering. Okay, so that is not a problem. All right, this is my password. Let me log in. Okay, so that's actually the processes. The first thing you do is to check the availability of a domain name, then look for the hosting package you will want. Once you click on the hosting package, you add the domain name you actually search for. Once you've seen the domain name you search for, you just go to checkout. Once you've checked out, you just click on the payment method you want to use. Now this is the payment. Now you just either add your card, use Google Pay, USD, or bank. You can use bank transfers. I believe a lot of people want to use bank transfer. So when you just click on the bank transfer, you just get the domain account details. Once you pay the money, you just click on I have made the payment. If you use your card, you just input your card information. If you use Google Pay, you can use Google Pay, you can use any kind of payment. And once you are done making the payment, the email address you imputed while we are giving them your contact information, they will send the cPanel credentials and informations to that email address. remember the following steps. The first step you do is, once you've located Truehost or any other hosting platform, you look for the availability of the domain name you want to use. Once it's available, you look for the hosting platform, or you add the hosting to it. Then you connect the domain name and the hosting. You input the information. If you've not registered to the hosting platform, you can register. If you already registered, just click on already existing customer. Then from there, you just click on the payment method you want to make the payment, and then they will send you your credentials to your email address. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.